As you move away from the cold room, you find your limbs are harder to move and you are overcome with a sudden and consuming urge to return to it, to comfort. The feeling grows, and before you can even react, you can feel your body turning on heel and heading back to the frigid air. Your vision clouds over. You feel the control of your own body and senses slip from you as you're at your core. That intense, familiar heat of your rage builds. Desperately, you try and maintain control, but it is futile. The passionate, animalistic drive of the creature inside of you grows until your skin is burning. You feel yourself be yanked back into blackness, out of your body and into somewhere else. Your vision froths over, a layer of ice forming, creating a physical barrier between you and the real world, and your body goes numb like it was submerged in icy water. And then it starts. The breathing. Heavy. Animalistic. Primal. You watch as your body, out of your control, runs through the previous room and up over the small ledge and into a cavern beyond. It runs with furious drive up a rocky tunnel, entrance a dozen feet above the opposite side of the cavern. Bones are scattered and piled up around the entrance, picked clean. Your body stands, taking in deep, filling breaths of the frigid air. With one mighty inhale, the frost fully covers your vision, and all you can see is blackness. But as it does, you feel freed. Heat washes over you, and your body becomes unfrozen. You fall, and slam against cold, icy ground. Blackness surrounds you, but from behind you an ominous red glow pulses. Stumbling to your feet, your heart stops as you gaze at the sight before you. A vast, towering glacial front, at the edges of which are tinged with a rust-red colour. At its centre, beating like a massive heart, its appearance hidden behind the thick glacier entombing it. Waves of heat wash over you with every beat, replacing instantly by freezing cold. Heat, cold, heat, cold. Gazing transfixed at the sight before you, your mind flashes with fragments of lost memories. You and Turek descending into Iron Gap Glacier, the rust-coloured frozen walls closing in on you. Both of you standing before the huge glacial front you now face, shouts, screams of panic and blood coating the ground. You are both here, both faced whatever this thing is, but now only one of you remains. A low, growling voice shakes you from your memory trance. Welcome, Jago. We finally meet.
Who are you? Where am I? Where is Turek? What did you do with him?
My name is Rothvarek.
Okay.
You entered my domain, my imprisonment. You and your companion found me entombed.
Why are you entombed?
I was trapped there by a being like myself. Long, long ago.
Why are you following me around? Why am I here?
I am not following you.
What have you done to me?
I saved you, Jago. When you and your companion came to me, you were already dead. As cold as the ice you stand on.
What do you mean, dead? I'm not dead. Are you telling me Turek is dead?
I do not know what happened to your companion, but he lay his body before me and begged me to save your life. You had perished within the glacier.
Why don't I remember?
It was a traumatic experience. Likely, the trauma has masked itself from your memory. It will come to you in time.
Why is this? What is this that keeps happening to me? Why am I so different now?
That is my power. Your friend, Turek, you call him. He bargained with me for your life. He performed a ritual to bring you back from the river of death. But before the ritual could be completed, he was disrupted by my enemies.
What are your enemies? Why would you have enemies if you were entombed?
There is a being known as Melavath. He trapped me here, and he wants to stop me from returning to this world.
Why?
We both seek the same thing: power in the underworld. We were rivals once, but now, here I am. One day I will reclaim my power from him and reclaim my throne. But for now, it was all I could do to bind myself with your body to save your life and mine.
So now I'm stuck with you.
If I were to leave you, Jago, your body will decay. I am the only thing keeping you alive.
So, does that mean I have to do what you want?
Not necessarily. I simply want to return to Iron Gap. Return to where the host of my power lies. Be freed so that I can take on Malavath myself.
And what do I get out of it if I help you?
Perhaps you will find out what happened to your friend.
Why should I trust you?
I have no reason to harm you. If you were to die, well, I would as well. We are together. Your survival is my survival. That is why I lend you my power.
Are you gonna make me hurt people that don't deserve it? Because I've already done enough of that.
Power comes at a cost. I have been weak within your body. Your body has been weak itself. You can choose what you wish to do with my power, but I will warn you that it is destructive in nature and not easy to control.
I've already noticed that. Is it you that takes over when I black out? Or is that a part of me?
Does it have to be one or the other?
I would like to not lose my mind every time I get angry.
There are aspects of your bloodline, Jago, that predispose you to such violent actions.
I think there are aspects that predispose me to greater things than that as well.
It is your choice then on how to use this power. If you can control it and not lose your mind, if you are strong enough of will to command my power, then perhaps you need not hurt others as you have.
Okay.
But until that day, you will only survive by leaning on my power, whatever that entails.
Alright, so, you know, I help you, you help me, what next? What do you want me to do? What do you want?
I want to head back to the glacier, as you do.
Okay.
Make your way back there. I will always be with you, but unfortunately I cannot communicate with you as this when you are far away from the underworld. Being so close, my power is strengthened, but soon it will fade. And if I stay too long, Relavath will be able to detect my presence. I will hide.
Okay. Good talk.
With that, the glacier begins to rumble. As the waves of heat begin again, and you feel yourself being caught up in them, pushed back, spiraling back through the darkness until you smash through the glass, the frosted glass that was holding you back from your person, and you snap forward, and that is where we'll leave it. So then you have come back to consciousness. Alright, hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 10 of TPK. And I did say welcome back this time because I'm welcoming you back to TPK, not episode 10 of TPK.
Okay.
Alright?
No,
So I'm going to keep saying that.
You've explained yourself.
Yeah, alright.
Who hurt you?
Yeah.
You all hurt me. You all hurt me constantly. Alright.
You sit in that chair, Drew. I sit in this one. You know, we're just playing the game.
So yeah, welcome back to episode 10 of TPK, titled...
Terrestrial, preposterous, ketamine.
Oh no.
Said we weren't going to have drug references, Brick.
I think that...
Come on, man.
We said specifically we weren't going to have drug references, and there you go and make a drug reference, man. Like...
Ketamine's a drug? Oh shit, I gotta go call my doctor.
You just said they were vitamins. Wait, I don't think that counts.
Alright, welcome back, to episode 10 of TPK, and as usual, we have our 4 players at the table. We have Callum.
Brown.
Hey guys, I'm Brick.
Playing...
Fucking order to this!
Jack, I'm playing Jack.
I'm Elijah playing Ayata.
I'm Chris playing Jago.
Cool. So that's everyone, all 4 people, and only 4 people. We have only had 4 people to begin with. Thank you everyone for coming. Everyone is here. Alright, so last session... sorry, I've also got a bit of a sore throat and a runny nose at the moment, so if my voice sounds terrible, that's why. You're just gonna have to forgive me. But yeah, so last session, you guys finished, continued exploring the Rainbow Cave. You wandered through for a bit, encountered a skeleton that was hidden through this like little alcove belonging to a halfling, and in its chest. There was a
Jimmy.
small chest.
I forgot about Jimmy.
Forgot about Jimmy.
And in his chest, there was another small chest.
Yeah.
In that chest, there was a still beating heart. So you found the heart you have affectionately named Jimmy.
Found a lot of dead bodies as well.
You found a lot of dead bodies as well, presumably of the people from Highcliffe that you guys have. You guys came in to try and rescue. Good job with that, boys. Then you also, Jago had a little run-in with some dark magic, I suppose. Some weird shit.
Things got spooky.
Yep, and so we actually did a little bit of a roleplay one-on-one outside, which we have recorded. I'm not sure if we're going to put it at the beginning of the episode or if I'm going to end it here and just like insert it now. So either way, it'll be somewhere in this episode. So we'll watch that. And the players don't know what happened between these guys. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, no,
between
Drew
Jago
beat
and
us
I
all
now.
up and threw us out of the room.
Yeah, forcibly.
Not nice.
Yeah. So, we did that. And then you guys were running away from some hideous, vicious creatures whose bodies were basically mouths. And a member, an NPC of your party called Norman, who has always been controlled by me and has never had any autonomy to himself.
We hated that guy, he's the worst.
Yeah, no one really liked him. Was torn apart by these monsters after valiantly trying to save you all, holding back and trying to shoot off some of his magic at them while you guys tried to escape with your lives. He was devoured, but after he was devoured, his body began to glow with golden radiant light, flew up, let out an unearthly scream, and emitted. The light was so bright that it actually disintegrated all of the creatures that were attacking you guys and devouring you.
We also made a new friend. We lost one friend.
Yes, you did
But
make
we
a
made
new
another.
friend. You made a new friend. He was a pirate. You don't know his name yet. He just appeared, tried to help you out, but wasn't able to save you, Norman. So yeah, you met him as well. And yeah, that is where we ended the session. So, Norman's, or the body that was previously Norman, is still currently floating in the air, probably about 10 feet from you guys, glowing with golden radiant lights. Blue ethereal chains are wrapped around his body, holding him to the ground. His body is as though it's trying to strain upwards. It is trying to float towards the sky, but the chains are tightening, trying to hold him in place. And the scream, the unearthly wail that is let out from his mouth is that of pain, and pain from these chains. As they're attempting to drag him down, and he's trying to break free. You hear a sudden snap as one of the chains manages to cleanly pull off Norman's right arm from his body. As one of the, as it rips off, no blood or flesh can be seen underneath. Norman's body isn't just glowing with golden light; it is being completely consumed by the golden light. It is nothing but glowing, like bright radiance. As it breaks off, fragments of what might once have been pretty much just like glass, little fragments of glass fly off, glowing with light, and then disappear into dust, and then dissolve into thin air. Seconds later, the chains tighten again. The body lets out, the wail reaches out, reaches a higher pitch, and the entire body shatters now, as though it were glass. Fragments of his golden body fly outwards briefly before dissolving into shining dust and then into nothingness. It lasts all of a second. The blue ethereal chains, with nothing to hold on to, clatter to the ground and writhe like snakes over each other. Then they lose their form, and with a splash, turn to water that soaks into the ground. Nothing remains of the scene before you. Where once there was a dead body and monsters, there is now just wet ground.
Is that meant to happen?
I think I'm still asleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're fully on the floor.
Oh no.
Is that meant to happen?
I've never seen anything of the sorts before.
In all my days. In all my days.
Oh, Norman.
Yeah. Also, not to be rude. Nice to meet you. My name is Brown.
The fellow, the sailor, the pirate, lets out an unusual laugh as Brown's attempt at normality, given the circumstance, greatly amuses him. He sheathes his weapon after looking around to see that there are no enemies left. It's, pleasure to meet you, me boy. My name's Theron Saber. Extending his hands to shake
Give
it.
it a shake. Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Saber.
Yeah, that's
Theron
right.
Saber. That's a bit of a. So you're a pirate.
Yeah,
a pirate captain.
You know of me then?
Oh yeah, I've heard of the Sabers. Everyone's heard of the Sabers.
Yeah. Normally I try to keep it hidden. Sorry, there was a bit of a slip of the tongue there, matey. I've seen a lot of things in my day, but I've never seen whatever that was.
Thank you for your assistance. I know that everyone's meant to know of these sabers, but I do not know of your family. I'm sorry.
No,
my name is Ayata, and I sort of bow towards him.
Oh,
and I put up my hand.
Don't worry, matey. I wouldn't expect you to. You're from we're Saurian, ain't you? From
Oh yes, yes.
Coming all right from the wilds. You're a long way from home.
I assume if you're a pirate, you probably are yourself.
Oh, actually not. Need to keep my pirate accent up. Yar. Actually, not that far from home, matey. I a bit of an ex-sailor myself. I don't. Not anymore. His eyes go misty with sort of like memory for a moment and why before. No, there is. I've been living in a nearby town for the past few years, and came down here. What are you fellas all doing down here?
Well, we were trying to help people, but I guess that didn't go too well. Now we're just trying to find lost child. Make sure he doesn't end up like the rest of them.
You're looking for the potted boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Theron lets out a shout of pain as he sort of writhes on the ground. And you remember, before he had a crutch when he came in. He drank a potion, dropped it and began running. And now he just begins to like keel over on the ground, his body writhing and twisting in pain. Just, sorry, I just give me a few.
Are you alright?
Yeah, give me just. It's the age, you see. Just begins fumbling through his pockets, then pops out another potion, cleans its contents. Just. He coughs and wipes a bit of blood from his mouth. Just. Sorry about that, mateys. Me bones aren't quite what they used to be. Oh, I left.
But you knew the name of Daniel Potter.
No,
You knew the boy.
he sort of pulls himself back up and just.
Oh, there you go. Careful.
What? Mind giving me a hand? Looking
Yeah,
looking
of course, I reach out to him.
I'll carry Diggo, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just flop
He
you right on my shoulder.
grabs you on the arm, pulls you up, and sort of pulls himself up and wraps her arm around, just like leans on you. He clearly doesn't have much movement in his right leg. I left me combat days behind me long ago. It's
Seems your body's been under quite strain from the past. But I appreciate you trying to help our friend.
it's always do what you can to help someone in need. It's what I try to do. None of us pirates are heartless bastards now.
Good to
Sorry,
hear.
I don't know you. What's your name, lad?
Jack's like in the very back, just kind of where he was, running around the corner. This entire time he's been away from you guys, just staring where the body of Norman once was. His hands shaking, his head twitching from side to side. He just stares blankingly at that wet sand, and then looks slowly up to you all with this almost look of puzzlement, but at the same time clarity. What? Chains? Man? Monsters? Are you all crazy?
Me quite possibly.
Maybe.
But,
This isn't normal.
Down. No, it's calm down, matey. It's a lot.
Jack, you okay?
Puts the bucket on. His body goes still.
Deep breaths, friend. Deep breaths.
The hole. The bucket has a hole. I can't hear. Goes around the corner.
That's something new.
Well,
This is all quite new.
We're having a lot of new things today.
given what we just seen, I don't think it's that too much of a stretch of the imagination to say he's a little distraught from that.
Fair enough. I mean, I was always taught to just accept and move forward, so I wasn't gonna, put too many questions towards it.
Theron just sort of is looking at you. Just,
so do I. A bit puzzled that you could just.
Anyway,
that'll do it.
matter at hand.
That mindset'll do you well in the future, matey. See, there are things you'll see in this world, and that's if you go in without opinion, then you're gonna do just fine.
Well, that's always nice to hear. But anyway, there's some, I guess, terrible things happening down here. Is the boy down in these caves?
Oh, yes, the Potter boy. No, see, I wait. No, hang on, wait, Bucket boy, come back here. Bucket!
I think he heard you.
You're around the corner.
So, are you continuing to walk down? or
Yeah,
are you
just near the pool where we once were.
Yeah, so down near the pool.
Yeah.
As you sort of approach the pool, you're just insane. Make a perception check for me.
Sure.
Just having like a sanity attack at the moment. So, take a -5 to your roll because of the sanity. Like you're not.
Perception check. Cool. That's gonna be a 2 plus 0 minus 5, so minus 3. -3.
Alright, so you don't notice as from the pool that Theron previously told you all to stay away from, a figure begins to rise. A snake-like figure made of water, tendrils sort of flowing out from its fare, and suddenly realizing what's happened, it turns to me and just get around that corner as he snaps something off his neck.
What?
I'm just like, get it, your friend's in danger. Get around that corner. Carry me. I can't walk properly.
Yeah, I pick him up and go as quickly as I can.
And just
towards-
sprint.
Yeah.
All right. For the moment, I am actually going to need everyone to roll initiative again, so we can probably resolve this. So,
Do I need to roll?
sleep.
Where am I?
No, you're still asleep.
I thought I was in the room. The same room as them, right?
Yes.
I'm in the room with the pool?
Yeah, you're.
I'm on
yeah.
the shoulder, okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just toss you at things.
Just take all this crap out of here.
Solid 1.
22.
All right, 22 for
Yeah, but I'm doing okay.
I'm rolling anyway, fuck you.
Yep.
16.
Ooh.
16.
You
That's
get up for
natural
me.
20.
One.
22 for sleeping.
Hey,
Mr.
same as
Sleep.
me.
And 16 for sleeping.
22.
Oh, 22. Sorry. There you go. All right, cool. Let me just grab out stat block.
So this water thing's definitely our friend.
Yeah.
Just listen, you slither on up. Okay, Jack, you look like you can do with some cold water. You look a bit stressed. I'll help you out, and then we'll be back on our way.
70% our friend.
Yeah, 70%.
77.
Every time.
Do you rate your friends in percentages?
Is that like how much you like them, or how much that they are your friend?
No, how much they are me. So water's 70% of us, so they're 77%.
Minimum 70.
77% our
I'm
friend.
sorry, what? Water is 70% your friend.
So
The math checks out.
yeah,
It does.
friends are what you are. So we're
You are what
77%
you eat.
water. I am
Oh, yeah.
77% friends of water. It's so hard to say right now.
The water rises up. So Brown, you begin to move. Jago is unconscious.
Yep.
Jack, you are insane at the moment, so and don't detect it rising behind you.
Don't label me.
Until the water rises up and just swoops down towards you. It may be your 70% friend, but that 30% doesn't really like you at the moment, so it's going to attack you.
The ocean! She calls!
And it's going to make an
Behaves
attack
upon
roll.
me.
What is your armor class, Jack?
15.
15. That is going to hit you.
I
And
embrace
you are
it.
going to take.
Gonna get clean.
You're going to take 8 damage.
I'm on 1 HP.
8 bludgeoning damage.
You're on what? 1
As
HP?
1
The
HP.
water wraps around you and holds you tight. Begins to squeeze you. It begins to slosh into your mouth.
I let it go drain down there as I come filled with this water.
Quenched.
You okay there?
I'm fine.
And you begin to suffocate. So what's your con modifier? 4, I believe.
My con modifier is 3.
Oh, 3.
Yes.
So you've got 3 rounds until you actually begin.
Till I ascend, yes.
Sure.
Oh,
That's what you
Oh,
want to
no.
if that's what you want to call death. Alright, Ayata, then you move around. Do you have the powerful build feature as a Saurian?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
So dashing, so you can only move your 30 feet. So you're still still a bit away from the creature. You're within 60 feet
Yeah.
of the creature, but you're still like.
Could I
Yeah.
drop onto all fours and like put
Oh,
Chico
yes.
on my back and then do like the man run?
Yeah, sure. I'll say you can do that.
Get a bit
So
further.
what's your total movement speed when you do
It
that?
becomes 40.
It becomes 40, so that would only be 20 foot, but you dash, so
dash.
40 foot.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a bit ahead of Ayata as you're running forward. Now it's your turn again. If you continue to leap on all fours forward, you can reach him in your turn.
So imagine how goofy that looks. Like a man covered in fur, be like, right, whatever.
Actually, I will make you do an athletics check to keep him on your back. Just because like running on all fours, you're not really restraining him or
That'd be my
anything.
most.
I've got the
compliant
roll
as a
today
snake.
though, with a 23.
23. Yeah, so you somehow managed to balance Jago on your back as you're galloping forward, or
That's what's
running,
gonna happen
sprinting
this
forward.
session. I'm not gonna roll beneath 20 on anything.
Nice.
I'm saying it now.
Yep.
Next roll's a 1.
I'll bet money on that.
No, please don't, True.
All right, so yeah, you run. If the creature I'm going to say is 40 feet ahead of you now.
Yeah.
So you can run forward to get right within 5 feet of him, or what would you like to do?
It's just like a big old tendril of water.
Yes, that has currently got Jack wrapped in it, and with one of its tendrils down his mouth, drowning him.
I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah.
And just kind of push Jacob off my back.
Yeah, just stomp him against the wall.
Yeah, he's fine. Then can I run over and try and pull Jack out?
Roll 17 for 4.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So strength, athletics.
That is going to be a strength athletics check. Yes.
Ham. Well, I've already failed my thing. 18.
18, and that is going to be strength athletics. That is going to succeed.
Ah.
You grab Jack and you into the water.
Come here, boy.
You rip him, drag him out of the water as he splats, gasping to the ground. His body and clothes all soaked.
I laugh manically.
Yes, going exactly to plan.
Well, you're in water.
Yeah.
Jago is. What is Jago doing actually? Yeah, Jago's unconscious. Jack, your turn.
Cool. I am not suffocating anymore.
No, you're not suffocating anymore.
Cool.
Brown pulled you out.
The chains take me to the watery depths I glide. I stare at it and I reach for my bucket, trying to grasp upon it.
Yeah, sure. Your bucket would have landed close by, so yeah, you can grab it.
I put my head to the water and I hug the ground.
Wait, you put your the
I
tendril.
think you're in a pool of water.
Yeah, I put my head into the water.
Oh, actually, into
this.
the monster.
Like that.
No,
Into
just
the-
to the water around it.
So
is there a watery
it's
base?
like a basin. So it's like the sides slope down like this with the water at the bottom, and the creature's coming up like this.
And I'm within the basin?
No, you're up here. You're not.
So
You're
is there
still
any
further down the
splashes of
basin.
water upon it?
Like small, yeah, some small
Like a puddle?
splat,
Yeah,
like
I put my ear to a puddle.
to a puddle. Then okay,
Yeah.
sure, yeah,
And yeah, I just listen to it and I hug the ground.
okay, cool.
Are you gonna try and escape, or?
No, I think that's what Jack is going to listen to the water, or the water
Alright.
has to say. Then
We have a plan. Rick always has a plan.
yeah, okay. Faith in Jack.
And then eventually he'll say, nah, I was just joking.
the water
Yes,
creature
okay.
is going to thrive, turn to face Brown and dart forward. Is going to attack, but I don't think that's going to hit you. It only gets an 8.
Does not hit me.
No, alright, cool. So, Brown, you manage to dodge out of the way as it sloshes around towards you. Ayata, your turn.
Okay, I continue forward.
Yep.
And I, for the record, I've got, I think it's called something different, Behemoth Kin.
Yeah?
So I can count as a size larger for the purpose of carrying.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking about. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can actually, so you can move at a normal pace, I'd say. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you're not half speed because
Cool.
you're not encumbered.
Yeah, so I continue forward. Can I get to?
Yeah,
Just about.
yeah, because of both movements. Yeah, with your movements, yeah, you can get to within 5 feet of the creature if you would like.
All right. I want to attempt to try and pull out Jack. Is that possible?
Well, Jack's not in the creature at the moment. Jack's got his head on the
on the
ground
floor.
listening to a puddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I try and pull him away?
Yeah, sure. So that would be a strength athletics contested by the
I wouldn't be really
athletics or-
resisting, honestly.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
I'll probably
Suffocating
just
inside a creature.
He
Oh,
what?
no, I saved
Brown
him.
pulled
Oh, you
him
saved
out.
him.
Yeah, Brown pulled him out of the creature. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't be really resisting, so would that
Yeah.
be disadvantage or? do
No,
I
he would just automatically
Yeah, you
succeed.
just take me. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I pull you away because you're clearly
pull my
insane and
leg.
like cannot. Yeah.
Yeah, my hands drape across the floor.
Alright. Yeah. So I do that. So I
Don't
do
get into this
Yeah.
whole water
for that.
thing.
No, you don't need to roll. That's just an act.
Not
That's
what
just
you drown.
an interaction. I'm gonna say. So you
Okay,
still get your action.
Okay.
You can drown in 1 inch of water.
and
You
then
can.
I will.
I think you're gonna try.
Sorry, guys. Just
Then I will throw produce flame.
produce flame at the water. Yep.
I don't have much other spells, so I'm gonna try it. I crit.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Hopefully, can do something.
What's that? A D8 for
Yeah,
produce
it's a
flame? is it?
D8.
Yep.
I roll a 2, so
And roll again because crit.
2.
and I win.
You're on a 2 and a 1.
I rolled a 2
You
to
don't
1
add
and a
anything
plus
to
5.
that, so that's a 3.
So yeah, plus 3.
Cool.
Sorry, 3. Yeah. Ooh, my brain.
Cool. It is then Theron's turn because he somehow rolled even lower. So Theron is going to He ripped something off his neck previously. He's going to brandish that up with clasped in his hands. You see that it's a necklace upon which there is a piece of twisted purple coral.
Right.
As he holds it up, he says, "You're begone, creature of the sea. Ye know what this is." And the water snake just moves back. Sort of like it doesn't hiss, but retreats back to the bottom of the basin as Theron sort of like limps over, waving it around, warding it away from you guys, and says, "Everyone, get back away from the creature." Brown, your turn.
Yep, I'll move back, pointing at the thing that he's holding up. Like, look at it, see what it does.
Jago, you're unconscious.
And yeah, make sure that Jago's kind of behind him as well.
Yeah, unconscious. Then Jack.
I just start staring at the water.
Okay.
Just staring, and almost just kind of like in a bowed sense.
Like you're revering it, or
Just kind of, yeah, I guess it'd be in a revering way.
Okay.
But more just kind of also just understanding, just looking at it and be like, yes, I understand. I know.
Theron just sort of looks at you. Just, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with you, lad? Get back! Get back! Then it is the creature, but the creature is is staying away from this thing that Theron is waving about. Ayata.
Yeah, so I'm still back, and I'm trying to use my body to like protect whoever's like your body, and obviously you.
Yeah.
Back there, and I can't really do much. Like I don't have much else I can like throw at them, so I guess I'll just take the dodge.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, protect people, take the dodge.
Yeah.
Cool. With that, sort of everyone's been dragged back behind Theron. Theron backs off for a little bit, brandishing this until you guys are about 20 foot away back in the tunnel.
Can I say one more thing to the water fountain?
Sure.
Sure. Can in Aquin I say to it, the whispers, they call to me too. But I guess for you guys it's more like,
Sort of imagine Aquan to sort of be like, blub, blub,
Yeah, that's what I
blub,
would've
blub, 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 blub. Like,
I understand. You say
I'm
you
pretty
spoke
rough
Aquan.
in it.
I imagine more like
Yeah, Aquin, yeah.
Oh, I understand you.
interesting, the creature understands you as well. It sort of turns to you and sort of like looks at you. I guess sort of you get the sense of sort of locking eyes with you for a moment before it retreats back down into the pool. And Theron backs off and leans against the wall. Just, boy, what were you doing?
I've just flopped on my back laughing.
What be wrong with you?
The chains. The chains.
I think you
Where are mine?
Is he okay?
I think he might have broken, maybe.
Jack, are you okay? Jack? Jack?
What are you all staring at?
You're acting a little odd.
Very odd.
You're all odd. Oh, my head. Did I land my bucket again?
You put your head
Yo.
on.
Where's Norman? What are we doing? Do we find the kid? Oh, I still got the heart.
Oh dear.
Oh, Jack.
Jack, our friend Norman is...
Oh shit, he's a bit hairy. Hey Norman, how's it going?
I put my hand on your shoulder and I say, our friend Norman has passed. He got taken by those creatures from before. Do you remember any of this?
Passed? Like what? He got passed around?
He-
Oh shit!
He's no longer with us.
Ah. We need a new group then. Getting people taken from us? That's not very nice.
He's died. Do you understand?
He killed over.
Yes.
Yes.
Lad, are you feeling okay?
What does that bucket do to you?
I'm fine. It's all good. Look, I got my bandages wet. Oh, we have to go do those again.
You should do them every day. That's besides the point. What just happened? You went into like some fugue state. You were going off looking in the water and nearly drowned.
No, I didn't.
You did.
What? Yes,
Jack.
you did.
Do you remember this?
You're covered in water, Jack.
Look, I don't want to say anything, but you guys have been acting very strange lately. I think you might be insane.
Theron has been surprisingly quiet through this sort of interaction. He sort of he moves over to you and sort of kneels down because you're laying on the ground. So kneels down, so just, my boy, did ye hear them?
You hear them too?
All right. We need to get somewhere safer, a bit away from this. Where'd you came from deep? You came from deeper in the cave.
Back up that way.
All right.
So, just sorry, it's a weird question first of all. How did you wind up down here?
Oh yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk as we walk.
That's
Hey.
good. Yeah, good point. We came from up the cave, more towards the goblin side of the surface.
All right. Well, if we start heading back there, then that might be a good idea. Then he sort of picks up his wanders around, picks up his crutch so he can walk properly again. You pick up Jago because it's easiest for you to carry him.
Am I still asleep?
You're still asleep. Yeah.
He'll wake up.
Yeah, it's like you're over my shoulder.
I give my way like Debbie tap on my cheeks and I'm like, yep, he's not getting up.
And I begin moving as Theron begins to explain. So I retired from the pirate
Sorry, just
team.
real quick, is he a human?
Human. Yes.
I'll
Sorry.
light a torch
Human.
then.
Yeah.
Up, so people can see.
Yeah, he had a big hat with a plume, very traditional, sort of like a typical pirate's big white beard.
Does he have an emblem on it?
No, it doesn't. It's actually really plain.
Cool.
But yeah, he wanders on and begins to explain. I retired from pirate days a few years ago. I moved inland. I wanted to get as far away from the sea as possible.
Ooh, you're a pirate?
I was, yes.
Which pirate?
Sabers.
Sabers? I know sabers.
Everyone knows
Sabers. Ah.
Yes, my name is Theron.
Oh, I'm a big fan of your family. Big fan. I always wanted to be on one of your ships, but you need a bit more tougher men.
Yeah, we get that a lot. A lot of people want to be a saber, but it's not everything it cracks up to be.
You should throw in a good word for me. I would cook you the best meal you know.
I don't exactly have the best relationship with the rest of my family now.
Oh.
It's we're a family of sea lovers, heading onto land like we have. It's not something that we tend to do. But anyway, we're not talking about me family for the moment. For once, I'd like to be a little separated from them. I moved to Highcliff to get away from all that. Nice people, good folk. I made myself a farmer there. There's a lot of it's good labor farming. It's
Honest labor.
Honest labor, exactly. You understand. And got to know them well. I knew Daniel Potter as well. Taught him a bit of the sword. I was a bit of a celebrity when I first arrived, coming from the oceans.
Oh, I bet.
He was a good lad. When the goblins attacked, it was I who rallied the men to go search for him. And I'm sure, as you guys have been walking and been passing by the bodies, you can see what's happened to them.
Was this that giant snail that did this to them, or was it those mouth creatures?
The creature the goblins call the flouse. These the most mouth creatures we ain't never seen before.
You won't have to worry about that for too much longer, or at all, in fact. We dealt with it.
We did.
He says as he wears a huge, enormous piece of its shell.
Yeah, I'm looking down at the...
Look at this!
Yeah. He looks at that and then looks back at you and says, I thought I heard the sounds of combat. I rushed to go see, but with my condition I couldn't move very fast.
Understandable.
Is that why you were separated from the rest of the townsfolk, or were you...
Yeah, once we got down here at the Flouse, I'm sure fighting it, you lads would have seen what it can do. It can move through the walls. It could appear out of nowhere. Its flails were strong enough to snap a man in half.
Wait, are we using a torch?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Any reason for asking, or just?
He's a human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
wondering
sorry,
if he could actually see in the dark.
No, yeah, you guys would be using a torch.
Yeah, that's why I got a torch lit.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, where were we? Yeah, so he emerged from the walls and smashed us indiscriminately.
We managed to catch it when it was out in the open, smacking up some of those browner crystals, if I remember correctly.
Yes, we did walk past it, seeing those. It seemed to have quite an interest in them.
I think they're perhaps what it ate.
They're what, sorry?
I think it's what it ate on. It's food.
Ate on.
Eton. Why, yes.
I think we eat this food upon you to eat on.
Very interesting things, those crystals. I've seen like them before in the ports of Atlas. They come from normally the depth of Davar itself, the wilds. They are almost unbreakable. The Flaus must have been incredibly powerful to be breaking it apart. And smashing.
Oh, I can tell you those flails hit quite hard. I felt it. We all felt it at some point or another.
Yes.
I'm impressed that you were able to handle yourselves that well. The Flaus was too much even for I.
Well, there were 5 of us.
Even so, that is a very admirable feat. Clearly very skilled fighters. But,
Thank you.
unfortunately, we were just simple townsfolk. We were ambushed by the goblins, as I'm sure you were as well if you found yourselves down here.
Actually,
It's more their walks.
yeah, we made good friends with those goblins. They were actually quite nice.
Gives you a quizzical look. We talking about the same goblins here?
They ride around on big old like wolf thingies. They love their food, all vegetarians.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same ones, but ours weren't. They were. I don't speak goblin myself.
Oh, they were lovely. They took us in. They made us a nice dinner. Showed Ayata here some nice nature magic. They were lovely.
Some of them were nicer than others. Perhaps you ran into some of their a bit
At this
more.
point, Jago begins to stir as well on Ayata's back.
Oh,
Why are you so wet?
Oh,
Shake.
Who's this guy?
hello there. How you doing?
Hello. What's happening?
I sort of place you down and I give you some water from my water skin.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Oh.
What happened? Where are we?
Well, we're still in the cave. Don't worry about that. We haven't left here yet.
Where is Norman?
We got good news and bad news.
Do we
The
have
bad
good
news is Norman died. The good news is he's not with us anymore.
Good. Why is that good news?
Is
he okay?
He was too clean.
Jack, you shouldn't put it like
We need
that.
less clean
I
people.
mean, we didn't have to bury him. If that is maybe what you were saying.
Oh, that's a good point too. We don't have to bury him. We only have one shovel.
Jack, I'd appreciate if you were a bit more sensitive about this. He was our friend.
Put a pin in that. What? Did I hurt anyone? What's going on?
You kind of went a bit. How would I say blank?
Right.
And then you got a bit
blank
fun-
with the.
Blank with like the eyes, you know
With,
what I
like,
mean?
Ray.
And then we were like, "Oh, Jago, what's going on?" And you were like, "I'm the end of the world," and and we were a bit confused by that, and I didn't know what that was all about. Then you passed out, and some creatures that are just mouths on feet came running around, and we fought them for a bit. And then the whole business happened with our good friend, and now we've made a new good friend, and we've kind of moved forward.
Norman died. What happened? What happened?
That's a long story.
Some ethereal chains kind of took him and he turned into dust. It was something that I'd never seen before. We'd never seen before, none of us.
Chains.
So chains came and took him away.
Oh no, they were trying to, but he managed to explode into dust.
Why? Okay. What happened to the mouths with legs?
When he exploded into dust, they made bright lights. That also killed the walking mouths. It all comes full circle.
Right. What?
So now we're walking with our good friend here, Mr. Captain Saber, would be an appropriate title.
Just call me Theron.
Theron. And we're going to find somewhere we can maybe sit down and have a bit of a rest, just kind of
Right.
maybe sleep it off.
I actually feel kind of okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually feel a bit better than when I don't know. Something feels a bit different.
Well, if you can walk, we won't have to carry you.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Alright.
I'm just really confused. Why are you so wet? And what's with the... You seem less or more Jack than usual. I'm not really sure which way you've gone off the spectrum, but...
I guess I showered. Why am I wet? What happened?
I think he's in some kind
I
of
told you.
some kind of a denial.
You tried to hug a giant pillar of water and it tried to drown you.
Look, can you tell me the real... That doesn't seem real.
That's exactly what happened. And you were like, "Oh, I'm back out of drowning after I saved you." And then you just put your ear to the ground and just tried to drown in a puddle of 1-inch thick water. But I also stopped you from doing that, luckily.
I had to take you away because you couldn't control yourself.
The Lupin speaks the truth.
Yeah, but I don't trust you. No, wait, you're a saver. I trust
I'm
you. Oh,
the-
very well.
I'm the Lupin.
You gave me a tongue bath. I get it. You can't touch these bandages, though.
No, no.
I think maybe he does.
You tried to drown yourself. Let's not avoid that topic.
You guys have got back to the Flouse cabin at this point,
Yeah.
the large room in the center.
See, there it is. That giant pile of white goo. That's the flouse.
Right.
I never denied that you were telling the truth, but it's a respectable sight in its own right.
If you look right there at that little hole, that's where I stabbed it. You should tell the sabers that. Good old Jack.
What's this guy's
took his
deal?
name.
Did he like? What, is he just down here?
Yeah, Theron, the name's Theron Saver. I was the leader, I suppose, of the rescue group for Daniel Potter.
When was
Right.
this?
Where's
A few days ago now.
so the boy? Right, we're here for the boy. Where is the boy? Do you know? Have you seen him?
My group was captured by the goblins. And we couldn't really understand what they were saying, but they seemed to be led by a fellow named Pux.
Ah, yes.
And he and his wargs dragged us down here in the dead of night and tossed us into this here cabin, laughing about the Flouse and how he was gonna tear us and break us apart like we were twigs.
Where? Out of character. The way we came in here, would wargs have fit? Because I remember having to crash down.
Yeah, no, wargs wouldn't have fit through there, but I think they were captured with, what he meant was he was captured with the wargs, but then they dragged him down here.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Through that same passage.
Through that same
Okay.
passage, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So you don't know at all either where the boy is.
I do not.
I mean,
It's-
you've been in here for a few days now. Have you managed to go everywhere around the cave that you could have found? Is there anywhere else we can look?
I've scoured this area pretty
What about back the
thoroughly.
way, back down that way where...
That's
there
where
was a-
you went all blank face and horrible voice.
The hole. We should go down the hole.
What
No.
hole? We're already down a
Do
hole,
you mean
Jack.
the bone tunnel?
There was wind down the hole. I heard it.
Lovely. We
Right.
could try for that bone.
There's wind down the tunnel. I heard it.
I don't know what's better, bone tunnel or hole or wind hole. They're both.
I think they're the same thing.
Wind hole.
All right, old man, show us your bone tunnel.
And simultaneously your wind hole.
What is this? Okay.
Well, maybe we should have. I mean, I'm fine.
Look,
but you guys look like.
I'm not sure what hole your wind hole is, but I can only think of one tunnel that you could be speaking of. Most of the rest of these cabins are all connected. That's the bone tunnel with the piles of bones out the front. That you guys put the connection. That's where Jago did his hole.
Yeah. That's where Jago went all.
Um,
How do we know that we don't take you back there again? You're not gonna just, go all the end of the world on us again.
I mean,
Do you remember any of that?
no, I don't. I just kind of remember being in that cold room, and then kind of nothing, and then now I'm with you guys again. So I don't really know what happened. It felt like kind of like when I get all mad, and then I don't remember.
That's.
But I didn't get all mad and hit stuff.
You're normally quite loud about getting mad. Anyway, but yeah, you bring up a wise point. You've nearly drowned. I'm a bit scratched up. Perhaps we could just, park our butts on the floor for about an hour or so and just have a rest.
I mean, I'd really like to get out of here as soon as we could, but if you feel like you need one,
I
certainly do
can
that.
keep going. It's my friend Jack here I'm worried about. I'm fine.
I am also worried about
Don't
Jack.
look fine.
So we keep going. We'll be fine.
how do ye plan on getting out of here? There's only one way in and out of this place that I can tell, and that's the way we came in.
That's also the way that we came in.
They put a rope down for us. I
Yes.
imagine we can take the rope back out.
So they didn't capture ye.
No, they were pretty cool.
We might have made a mistake. when we came down here and they lowered the rope in and pulled it back up.
Did they?
Yeah, they left goblins up there, so when you guys returned,
Oh, okay.
they would descend
We're
it
not
back
just
for you.
stuck in here to die.
No, they left some men there for you.
Good.
I'm sure we could pile up all of the bodies that we've left in here and make a ladder. I don't know, would be fine.
Oof. Dark, but acceptable. So, well, what do we could keep pressing on. I can keep pressing on. It's just Jack here.
He starts to kind of like fluctuate. I mean, what do you call it? Like when your stomach tries to
Dry reach.
dry reach.
Yeah, like
Oh, retch. That's a good
Yeah,
word. Yeah.
retch.
He starts retching and grabbing. He puts his hand to a wall
Oh, that's
and he just starts coughing blood as it
Oh.
comes out. This pool of liquid.
Oh,
Gross, that was wet.
that's not good.
Maybe we should take a break. I need to get some.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, I think I ate something.
I think something was trying to eat you.
Also, I'm gonna sit down for a bit.
Where's that bag of coins that we found? How big is that bag of coins?
Oh,
Like this
Uh,
thing?
yeah, about that.
Big old bag of jewelry and stuff.
Didn't Norman have that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Rip. I was just gonna put it on your head.
Did I take the crystal out? Oh god.
Yeah.
So everything that no one had. His
yeah,
body
it's-
is all gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have made that note that if he was carrying things like the gems, anything that's like specific, if he was carrying the gems, then you guys can pick them up. I suppose like his stuff that was carried but not worn, you guys can pick up.
Alright, cool.
That was left remaining. Sorry, I should have clarified that with the description.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, we've got the big bag of
yeah, you got the big bag of gems.
Alright, I'm gonna empty the bag of gems into Ayata's bag, and then I'm gonna put the bag on Jack's head. Hopefully he's okay with that. And then I'll put the bucket on top.
Just blindfold
Can I say
him.
do a persuasion roll?
Yeah, okay, sure. Why not?
Just trying to blindfold him?
No, I'm just trying to give him a bucket that's like it contains.
Furman, do you happen?
16.
Do you happen to have anything?
definitely.
Alright.
Any kind of
Bucket buddy, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine.
Do you happen to have any kind of a potion?
I think I'm gonna have a
that
snooze.
could
Is that okay?
Help our friend.
Thank you. You're a good friend, Jacob. Good friend.
I couldn't help but notice that you were taking something to help your pain.
He pulls out one potion in a small glass vial that shimmers with red light. I almost forgot about this. It's me last one, but it'll help restore your vitality. The stuff that I've been taking to help me with what you saw before is different, so you don't want to have that.
Oh well, anything you're willing to give up for our friend would
Of course,
we'd be grateful for.
Bandage boy.
I'm just napping in a corner. Fuck.
We'll give it to him when he wakes up.
Yeah, I take it from
Yeah,
you.
I pass it over to you. So that's one, just normal
Yeah, yeah.
potion. But so
Well-
I'm still confused here. Ye were friends with the goblins, and
Yes, we managed to solve a bit of a misunderstanding for them.
being
Well, as it turned out, Pux, the man that you know, wasn't actually doing it all legitimately. He was kind of working counter to the goblins' beliefs and wants for their nation. And as such, we managed to turn it on him, making him a bit of a hated person amongst the goblins. And us, sort of their hero. So they kind of helped us out and, you know, took us down here to help find survivors.
so ye stopped a goblin coup.
I suppose so.
The politics of goblins are quite complicated.
It's very
They
complicated.
seem to have developed some sort of type of socialism. It's very advanced.
All right. Well, and you sure they know nothing about Daniel Potter?
Well, we had Pux under the effects of some sort of magical food that made him it made his skin turn pink when he told lies, and he seemed to know nothing.
He seems to be at the root of all this.
He sort of he pinches his brow ridges. You would all belong right on the high seas. I've lived in peace without any sort of unusual happenings for a good few years now. And then you were lot to come along.
Hey, we didn't bring this here. The goblins and the people had the problem before we arrived. We are simply the deliverers of a solution.
Well, one of you members of the party, just of your adventuring party, just grew golden and disappeared into nothingness. One of you wears a bucket and seems to be insane. And, well,
I mean,
I go on.
You seem like an alright guy, but we did just go down a cave and find a somewhat famous pirate at the bottom of the cave. And they said something about a giant pool of water coming to life.
Suppose everyone's got their quirks.
Yeah. Welcome to the adventuring life, mateys.
It's quite
Oh,
enjoyable. I'm having a grand time, except for the whole Norman business.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Did he have, like, any family or anyone we should, like, tell that he...
I believe he had quite a high up family, did he not?
Probably. We all have family
Maybe
somewhere.
we should tell his family if we find out who they are. What was his last name again? Did it matter? Probably not. Thimble. That sounds about
I
right.
actually remember it. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's like a simple word. It's like 5 letters.
Is it Thas?
Thas. Norman. Is it Thas?
Unsure.
It was that.
Yeah.
It was that. THAS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wins.
Oh, Norman, is that you? He's coming back.
Oh no. Get the shovel.
Alright, so...
Well, if we're sure we can't find this boy, should we have a last quick look, or should we just get
I
out
thought
of
we
here?
were going to have a rest and then go down the bone hole.
Okay, we can.
It's the only place left that we haven't been. And Theron hasn't been.
Did we explore the whole room with the pool in it? There was a
Yeah.
thing in there that was like, from what I understand, but did we actually look around?
I mean, I don't think we had time to. We were kind of harried about on all sides.
Yes.
Ye all looked weak, and I could ward off the water snake, but it's if you feel strong enough to fight it afterwards, I suppose you can do that. But even going down the bone tunnel, I don't think Daniel will be down there. The books didn't really if he said that he didn't know where Daniel was. From what I picked up, I can't speak Goblin, but we were kept shouting at them. They could clearly understand us, even if they didn't. They respond in common back, but they didn't seem to understand where Daniel was. And if Daniel was not captured by those goblins, I don't know where he may be.
Well, the only place we haven't been is down that bone hole, and it's the only place that the Flouse was maybe afraid to go. It didn't leave its resin all over the floor.
That is a good point.
So,
We did slap that Faust like a little bitch, so I mean, if we'd probably be fine.
oh, it's gonna be fine, Diego.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
There's nothing that can defeat us.
Less than
That's
Norman.
Let's go. So, short rest.
Yeah, you guys want a short rest? Sure.
Yeah.
Spend those hit dice.
I will stand guard.
Can I have that, please?
Heal. 7, 8. One more. +4.
Cool.
12 HP. Do you got a eraser?
I do. I have stolen this one.
Alright, nice. Commandeer it.
You steal it from me.
There's always a bigger fish. So, this bone hole, Theron says.
Catch on.
But you said that this one had something go wrong with it. What?
What, me?
Yes.
I'm fine, don't worry about it. It's all good.
I mean, it wasn't all good. You were, doing the whole, like, oh, well, present weaklings to me, and I am a strong fan. So it was a bit threatening sounding.
Yeah, okay, but did I hurt you?
Good point. You didn't. It's probably gonna be fine.
We could do a test. I could just walk into the bone hole room, and if it's fine, then, if it's not, then run away.
Do you ever get worried that you don't know what happens?
Yeah, reasonably, but I mean...
Is
not
that
a
where
lot-
the fun is, though?
Not a lot I can do to change it.
I suppose.
I mean, I am a bit concerned about that, but I'm more focused on making sure this kid isn't down here.
Right.
If it affects me,
I don't know, it just seems like a big deal, and you seem to be kind of like avoiding what happened to you. I don't know if I'm just reading into it a little bit, but can I do some kind of insight to see if like I see that he's
Yeah, sure.
He-
If you
he's
want
kind
to
of
ask what you're
hiding?
Sure.
then you can do a deception.
It's not bad. I rolled at 17.
21.
God damn.
So what does he take, Jago?
I don't really want to talk about it. Maybe I know a little bit more than I'm letting on.
Yeah, it's like I can tell you know a bit more about what happened to you than you want to tell us. Are you scared or you just feel a bit traumatized? Why don't you want to tell us? We're your friends. You can trust us.
A little bit concerned about putting you in more danger than you need to be in, because I don't really fully understand this, and I just
And if you told us what you know, that could make us.
it's not.
In
I don't know.
danger?
I'm not really sure if this is a problem or not yet, but it's not just me in here. And if you, I don't know, maybe it's not threaten the thing.
I see. Well, I would like to trust you, but I need to know that you'll tell us what you can when you feel it's safe. If
I will.
any of that's possible.
I will. I'm not here to. Yeah, look, I would rather die than hurt anyone else that I didn't want to hurt. So
That is very brave
hopefully
of you
can
to say.
take my word on that.
And I sort of like pat you on the shoulder, console you a little bit because you obviously are going through some kind of internal struggle.
Yes.
Brown, come over here.
Okay, can you see me, Jack? Can you take the bucket off?
I don't have anything on. Just
Okay, sorry, I was watching out.
be quiet. Shh.
Why are you being quiet? We're in.
About the water.
Yes.
I remember.
Good.
I
You should.
I didn't forget. I faked forgetting because it's
Oh.
easier to explain.
You were lying.
Oh, I see how you react with Jago, and when he loses himself, he just says he forgets, and you treat him normally. And I thought if I said I forget, you treat me normally too.
No, there's a difference, you know.
But look, it's hard. Look, I just want to ask you something. Just do you ever feel your mind just like it's like a tide comes in, and you feel intoxicated with the dark primordial magic stuff you don't really understand, and you lose yourself in the moment. I'm just asking for a friend, not myself, but just. Does that ever happen to you? Anything like that?
I find maybe spending 5 or 10 minutes in the morning just sitting there and just getting your breath in, you know, just breathing, becoming calm, being okay, not worrying about dark primordials
He's so wholesome.
coming in with the tide.
What about if it just happens when I'm doing the breathing? You know, just I breathe in and the tides come in, and I feel like I'm a sandcastle at a beach, and the sandcastle's really nice. It's got a lot of structure to it. It has different elements to it. But then the tide comes in and it washes over this castle. But then the tide comes out, and the castle's still there, but it's not itself. It becomes numbed down by the water, and it just keeps happening again and again until there's no castle anymore. There's just sand. I don't know.
It sounds, Jack, that your friend is going through a bit of a tough time. Maybe I don't have the answers for your friend. Maybe your friend's situation is a bit more specific, and he needs to look outside the box for solutions. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to heal illnesses of the mind. I'm just a man who can hit things. And I will help you, hitting the things in the front of you that are going to make your sandcastle, your friend's sandcastle break. I keep forgetting that I'm doing this to your friend. But just, you can talk to us, Jack. If your bucket's telling you things, you can tell that to the rest of us.
Will you take the bucket off? If the bucket's telling me?
Off your head?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Good friends don't let other good friends wear the bucket always. They take the bucket off.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Jack.
I think I need a good friend that can take the bucket off. I haven't had a good friend like that in a while.
Are you currently wearing the bucket?
No.
Oh, damn, I was gonna take it off. But
I do think I need a new bucket. It's
perhaps
broken.
it is a bit torn up. We can look for a bucket once we're out of this underground. Well, some would say hellhole. I'd just say adventure. But
Adventure.
let's just keep our eyes forward and come true, you know?
There is a possibility as well that whatever lies under these bandages, I don't want it to make others sick. It gives me strength, but it tears at me sometimes. You know? Like, what if there are things inside of me? Like if you found there was
This is like all too much for this little papa.
maybe another time.
This is like classic oversharing. Like, like Jack's just going through his whole like inner turmoil and life story, and Brown's like,
When did I last get word?
It's been too long.
I'm behind on my front line.
Well, let's just keep pushing, Jack, and we'll find you a new bucket.
Once more onto the bone hole.
Hey!
Let's do it.
I'm ready. Jack, are you ready for the bone hole?
I think there was a potion you can pop before we...
Yes,
Pop the potion.
I take the potion back out and I pass it to you. Drink this. It'll make you feel better.
Sugar down.
We have no idea what that was, by the way, but we were told it would make you feel better. Hopefully it does.
That could have been poison and we wouldn't have questioned it.
At this point, I pretty much trust this man as much as anything else I could trust you.
You gotta get that terrestrial preposterous ketamine in ya.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
2d4 plus 2, is it?
It is a healing potion, right?
Yeah, it is a healing
Or is
potion.
this damage?
It is a healing potion. Yeah.
It's an unhealing potion.
Hey, 3 plus 3 equals 6 plus 2, that's 8.
Quick man.
And I'm on 1 up to full HP.
Before you guys depart, Theron is actually going to approach Jack. After you guys have had your little talk. He's going to. You're just sitting there. You're just swinging the healing potion. He sits next to you. You feeling okay there, laddie?
100%, great, never been better. I feel like I could run a mile.
That's excellent to hear, then. Well, look, you were having a bit of a hard time back there with your head before.
Was I?
Yes, you were, and I've seen things like it before. You were a sailor at any point in your life.
My expression goes darker.
I think you got a darker expression under all those bandages. It's kind of hard to tell, but
Yes, I was a sailor. I think I mentioned that.
yes. Yeah, you heard me name. That makes sense. Well, look. He takes a deep breath. Us sailors, occasionally we see things when we're in the ocean. It does things to us. And drives us a little bit kooky, if you understand what I mean.
I think I know. We had a lunatic on our ship.
I mean, he very well could be what I'm talking about, but I'm not talking about you. You said you knew the voices when I whispered them to you before.
They're not really voices. They're more like... It's like that sound you get when you wake up in the morning. And there's insects. There's wind. But there's something else there. It's this silence, but at the same time
I understand what
screams.
you mean, lad. And you see he's got very uncomfortable looks on his face has
gone pale, and that misty sort of look in his eyes has returned.
You hear
So-
them too.
Shakes himself out of it. There are some things you see when you're on the seas, my boy, that you don't. They make you leave that life behind.
The sea never really leaves you, Dove, does it?
You need to escape it as best you can. If I were you, I'd stay far away from it. The closer you get, the stronger they become.
I don't know how long I've been with them. I don't know what year I started and what year it ended. All I know is it's around me.
Well, if you know what's good for you, don't go back to the ocean. That's all I can tell you. That's why I came down here to Highcliffe, and that helped me. I still come back. Yeah, you're right, they never truly escape you. The things that you see when you're on the ocean.
When was the last time you saw the moon?
Why do you ask that question, boy?
Just a thought. Nothing more.
Clearly has gotten very uncomfortable. Look, if you've seen the things that I've seen, if you've experienced them, then you know that it's dangerous. And you take my word that only bad can come of it. You be careful. I fled, and people called me a coward for it. I no longer talk to my family. We are a group of sailors, and I left the sailing life behind. They don't understand. They understand the terror that's behind all of that. Whatever those whispers are, they're not from this world.
Maybe. Just maybe. They are this world. And you can't run from it. No land, no mountain high, no valley low.
That's enough, boy.
That got so deep.
I almost got to start singing. I got high enough.
With that, Theron,
that copyright.
with that, Theron pushes himself up, and he hurriedly moves off with his limp. Hurriedly moves off with his limp to the other side of the room, visibly shaken. And it's not hard for you guys to see that he has done so.
I'm visibly shaken.
Yeah, that was
Shooketh.
It's like there's a pattern of people that talk to Jack.
oh dear.
I want to say you weren't actually there for that conversation. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I know my place.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, unless anyone else wants to have some really deep, insightful conversations about their inner turmoil,
Bonehole?
Guys, what do you think this bump is?
Alright, so you guys begin to move off towards the bone tunnel, let's call it. As you enter the cold room again, you move up the ledge. How's everyone looking in terms of health, by the way?
Max hit point.
Max.
One off max.
Which is 19. Cool, so you guys are looking a bit healthier, that's good. Cool. So you guys move up the ledge into the cold room again. As it does, Jago, you don't go into the same sort of trance that you went through before, but you do feel sort of like a shiver and this warm heat within your core.
Like it's still cold in this room and it's
still
a bit weird.
Yeah, like it's still cold in here, but everyone feels the cold, but you shiver, and it's not just from the cold. Like, as I said, you feel sort of the heat grow stronger, like the buddings of what happens when you rage. With inside, it begins to, like the flame has just been lit. And it is still weak, but it is there.
Full disclosure, I feel a little bit tingly.
Oof, okay.
Maybe keep that to yourself in some cases, but maybe this is the right time for us to know.
Is it a good tingle or a bad tingle?
It's a bone hole tingle.
Ooh. What about a wind hole tingle?
The wind isn't there yet. Maybe later.
This campaign's tone flies all over the place. Half the time we're going through some
Welcome
really
to
intense
D&D,
shit.
everybody. Show me your bone hole. Tell me your deepest fear.
That's the name of this episode.
Oh yeah. Please keep telling us.
It was gonna,
feeling.
before it was going to be Ain't No Mountain High, Ain't No Valley Low, but now it is Show Me Your Bone Hole.
Title of the episode, please.
It's always nice when the episode titles kind of just make themselves apparent.
Yeah.
Title of the sex tape.
Shivers.
That sounds like a novel that someone's like retired grandpa wrote.
Fire she blows.
So the four of you plus Theron move up into the cold room and into the chamber which ascends to the bone tunnel at the top. The mountains of bones around them picked clean of any sort of flesh. You ascend, and as you approach, you feel the same foreboding sense, this aura of malevolent evil emanating from below. Dark,
This hole go
ancient
down.
powers. No, yeah, so it like goes. You go up to the entrance, and then the hole descends.
Okay.
Even if you've got dark vision, you cannot see through it. It is cloaked in magical darkness.
Did I like walk up to where the cloaking begins and like put the torch in?
It just vanishes, just,
Oh, I bring it back.
and it's still up, like it's still there, but
Look at this. Look how funny it is. This is like a wall of blackness. I
gonna
shouldn't
just
do
stick
that.
my
That might
head
grab me.
Can you guys hold on to me? I'm just gonna stick my head.
I grabbed by the belt.
you stick your head in. It's just black, just pitch black.
Hey,
This is a dark bone hole.
Perhaps we should. What way we can get forward if there's. Just tie ropes to each other is all I'm thinking of, and let's just walk on in.
Maybe send someone as a test case, I guess.
I mean, your head went in and it
Yeah.
came back. My arm went in and it came back.
Maybe tie a rope around me and I could walk in, and 3 tugs for come follow me, and a lot of tugs or no tugs for just go home. It's not worth it.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
sure.
Sounds simple enough. I'll get a rope around his waist and tie it all up. Can we do a rope check? Knot check?
Yeah, sure, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
You might.
Intelligence sleight of hand.
5.
You do a knot, ain't particularly great, but you do a knot.
Yeah.
That's dexterity sleight of hand, isn't it?
It's
intelligence
sleight
sleight
of
of
hand.
hand. Intelligence sleight of hand. Cool.
Didn't know there was such a thing.
It's in Xanathar's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you tie the rope around
That's a
your
rope.
waist. And you move into the darkness.
I don't, he does.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's Jacob. Sorry.
Tie the rope around him and I'm
Inspector's
gonna walk
not.
on it.
Pardon?
Can I inspect his knot?
It's fine. What's wrong with it?
It's a loose sailor's knot.
No, it's a good sailor's knot. You see, if you pull it, it'll just make it tighter.
I would have used a 4-turn bow right there.
No, it's a clove hitch on a hitch. It's already fine.
No, I really don't think so. I would have used a starstruck wrapped around the bare ningle.
This knot talk is all very interesting, but plot on. And I'm just gonna sort of
Move in.
I'm gonna edge along the
If he
wall,
does.
like putting my hand on the wall.
Bare
Yeah,
ningle
so
would
you
have
follow
been
along.
good.
Yeah.
If he
Into
dies,
the
it's the
darkness.
darkness' fault.
And you keep moving
Bare
along.
Dingle can't do nothing to stop
Probably
that.
takes. You walk for maybe I'm gonna say about 100 feet descending, and you can tell that the pathway sort
I
of.
think we only have about
50 feet of
50 foot of
50
rope.
feet of rope, and we can just keep tying up bits off the end of it to make it longer. So that'd be
Sure.
what, 50, 100, 150, 200,
Yeah.
250.
If you all do, you all have 50 foot of rope on you.
Yep.
Pretty
pretty
much.
much everyone does,
Every
yeah.
adventure,
Yeah, cool.
someone gets
Most kids get it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you do that. So you ascend 50 foot first up, and then you guys just tie
Do you
up.
want to tie the knot to this knot instead of me?
Is it just, can I see anything the whole
I think
time?
we
Or is
should
it
share.
Just blackness. No,
Maybe
fine.
good sailor teaching you some sailor's knowledge.
Maybe a good sailor helping another sailor.
Well, that's gonna be sleight of hand, intelligence.
Yes. For us to adding more knots on, if it matters.
Oh shit. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 plus 3. 17.
17. Yeah, cool.
That's a good
That's
knot.
for that knot. Yeah.
The
You get to
burning
about
one.
100 feet through the descension before that warmth in your chest has been always there, going stronger and stronger. But somehow, even though you're growing warm at your core, your outside has been getting colder and colder. As the cold's moving in, heat's moving out. Before you sort of begin to shudder and you feel the heat rising, and in your head you just hear the voice that you heard before, and it's just, do you remember what I spoke of earlier? Do not descend to the underworld, or they will detect me.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Okay, I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way.
Yeah, you descend and just begin. You notice the slack on the rope, and begin.
Pull, pull, pull.
Yeah,
Pull, yeah, you pull it
Taut.
tight, and so
Yeah.
then taut, so you just keep it tight, and you can figure he's probably walking back.
Either coming this way or something bringing him this way. Let's hope it's the former, not the latter.
Alright. Oh, yeah, when I come out, I'll...
Yep.
Yeah. Let's not go that way. I didn't really find anything, but I think that's a pathway to the underworld. Maybe
The
it's
underworld.
like, I don't know what that is, but maybe there's an underworld.
Like, you die, and then you go somewhere. They can't walk there. It's not in a cave. That's like, it's out and beyond.
That's what my assumption was, but it. I don't know. It was.
You're telling me the afterlife is in a cave?
I don't.
In a goblin.
Look, it was pretty cold, and it was. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't. I don't think the kid is down there.
Should we block this thing up? Like,
That could be a good idea, actually.
Is this a moment where we should trust you?
Yes.
And I kind of put two and two together from what you said before. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I was going to say, roll a history check with advantage for me.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Okay, so 16, 18.
18. You are quite knowledgeable on your family and your race's history.
Yeah.
And there are whisperings of of this place known as the underworld, in the wilds of Daivar. It is a entire world that exists beneath the surface of Daivara. That is the realm. It is also known to the Saurians as the realm of monsters, where all of the creatures of nightmare and the darkest, most bestial creatures of the primal world reside.
Okay.
And yeah, you make that connection between the underworld he's talking about and what you know as the realm of monsters.
This sounds like what my people call the realm of monsters. It's not something we should mess with.
That sounds very foreboding.
It felt
Yes.
foreboding, like really kind of cold
Dark.
and just the light. There was no light. I just didn't see anything the whole way down there. Like even if we did go down, we can't see shit. And
Maybe we don't go down in the bone hole.
I don't.
I do not know how this underworld tunnel got here, but I'm hesitant to go down there from what I've heard.
Should we double check the water boy instead? Like what the puddle that
wait,
attacked us.
is it two ways though? This tunnel here, like we can go in, but things can come out, right?
But yes,
That's where
tunnel.
those
It's how
teeth
moving
boys
works.
came out, right?
So we need to
Yes.
block this thing up.
Yeah.
The demons coming
yeah.
out. They're
Well,
forms.
it's kind of like it's not blocked here. It's blocked further up at the top of the mouth of the cave.
The cave.
Yes, we came in here. They,
Ah,
they
yeah, the
pulled
rock,
it open.
yes, yes.
That's like same thing, just further away. That quick enough. But I mean, we could push through the bone hole if we really need to.
We'll just tell the goblins. The goblins are smart people. They can make a door, or they could go in and invade, or do what goblins do.
Yes, it's their business.
It's not our problem. We're just here for the ride.
And the boy, where's the boy? Let's find the boy.
Doesn't seem like he's in this cave.
Yes.
It's been 10 episodes. We still haven't found the boy.
Where's the boy? Where is she?
So you guys are not going to seal the entrance. You're just going to move on your way.
Look, I don't think we should
Is there
tackle
anything
that water
to seal it
column.
with?
I
Have anything?
Like, is there a big rock I can push in the way?
Is there a conveniently sized boulder next to it?
I got a grappling hook. We
There's a
could
bunch of
probably,
bones.
pull try to
Down,
drag
or-
the ceiling down.
Yeah.
There's not a conveniently sized boulder nearby,
That's all
unfortunately.
my plan's gone.
But in talking about this, Theron does actually reach into his bag and pulls out some.
Conveniently sized boulder.
He does not bring out a very conveniently sized boulder, but he does bring out some small gunpowder bombs or black powder
Oh.
bombs. And he goes,
Ooh,
I had
brilliant.
these lying about. Haven't been using them for. Well, wasn't sure how structurally sound this was, but this is indeed. I know of this realm of monsters. Your people have told me about it. Saurian.
Yes, they. It's too much. The darkness and the nightmare monsters in there. I cannot believe that I'm right in front of a place such like that. It's terrifying.
So yes, maybe we just put some of these around the entrance, make a boom boom boom, and then get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm worried about bringing this thing down. You guys don't want to go and deal with this puddle that's angry? You think?
I think leave the puddle.
I think the angry
Okay.
puddle's been batch to at least.
We didn't look in that room though. Maybe.
I have been hiding, you see. The Flaus was in control of most of this cave, but there were two places it wasn't. One was around this hole, and the other was around that water. The Flaus fought with the creature, so I was able to hide because of my coral. It repels creatures of the sea. I was able to hide around where the water snake was. That is how I managed to survive down here for so long, outside of the Flaus's reach. I can assure you there was nothing around there. That's led to Daniel Potter.
So, something he might know about, just off the top of our head. Timmy?
What now?
Do you want to show him the box with Timmy inside?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Same thing.
Yeah.
Just, you know, like, hey, do you know what this is? Or is that a bit too...
Do you know who Jimmy is?
I've heard the name Jimmy before. We used to have a cabin boy named Jimmy.
I don't think this is him.
Was he a halfling?
No,
Is he a heart in the box?
No, he was not. Why do you ask?
Oh, that was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, we definitely didn't find a heart in the box.
Okay.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
All right then. Well, look, I don't think there was nothing about Daniel Potter around where that water snake is. If you want to go and rid this cave of it once and for all, feel free. You said that you are fairly energetic, but
There's no need to push things too far. We get nothing from it, just, you know, the act of killing.
I got bad feelings. I don't.
I do have this thing written down that says, if there is a pool, there's always something at the bottom of it. So, I don't know if you want to... I mean, it's just an old proverb that I read somewhere.
How deep is this pool?
You didn't really get a good look because it had a water snake in it.
True, that solves the problem.
Aaron, do you know how deep this pool is?
I think I can talk to the water column. I don't want to fight it, but maybe we could talk to it and see if it knows anything about where Timmy is.
I'm in favor of that.
It's not a bad idea.
Daniel? Who are you
Daniel,
talking about?
yeah, we have
Daniel, Jimmy.
Jimmy, Timmy, Daniel, you know, interchangeable, really.
If you'd like to
Is
do
that Jimmy?
Probably.
I could understand you when you're talking to the water. I can also speak. Orin? What's it called? Aquin. I can also speak Aquin.
Orin is like the air element.
I say in Primordial, you can speak the language of the elements.
And I nod. Yes. And I say back, yes.
Just popping non-verbally.
I could also breathe water if we need to go down there and it's safe. I could swim.
Yeah, let's go poke our heads around that pool, I guess.
I've got a long neck.
Sure. You guys head all the way back. Your movement speed is slowed a bit because of Farron. He can only move. He can only move so far with his crutch.
Yeah.
But you also notice now that you've been wandering around with him for a while. He's these are all his dead friends that you guys are passing by. For you, they're just dead bodies.
We should probably
for
do
Theron,
something with them. Just like, you know,
well, look,
something nice.
Yeah, I was hoping if the goblins are friendly, as you say, and I'm still skeptical about that.
Mostly.
But if they are friendly, as you say, I'm fully intend to give my friends their proper burial.
I believe they would help us bring the bodies back.
Oh yes.
I think so as well.
Especially with a Flaus gone, as you
I
have.
don't know if they would like that, but we'll see.
The goblins seem embarrassed for their coup goblins. They wish to make amends with the humans. There's nothing.
Yes, this could help bring some peace and some clarity to the tragedy that's happened.
Well, I've seen weirder things today than that. That's the possibility of that happening. So,
Very true.
you guys wander down to where the pool is and sort of begin to approach it. And as you do, the water bubbles and the water snake begins to rise. I'll just flash an image up on screen of
Whoa!
of it, but that is what it looks like.
Oh yeah, those things. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
So it's
That's
as I
kinda
said,
pretty.
That's pretty weird.
It is weird.
Wicked water weird.
It rises,
Weapon.
and as you are not immediately, you're approaching Travis. Jack.
Who's Travis?
Yeah, who's Travis?
Jack.
Yeah.
Is anyone else approaching? Are you approaching from the outside?
Yeah, I come close behind you. Let you say what you plan to.
It rises up, and it's clearly sort of like sort of a bit aggressive. Like hasn't attacked you yet, but it wants you to stay back. It's warning you.
I put my hand to it. I say in Aquan, I call to the water that lies within this pool.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm not good at that.
What?
He's joking.
Okay.
I'm not good at that. 7.
The water rushes forward at you in response, and is gonna miss you. So you manage to dodge out of the way. You recoil your hand back as it surges forward. A bit of the water laps up over the edge, and
I wish you no harm, water. I only come here to know the truth.
remake that save, but at disadvantage. Sorry, that check, but at disadvantage.
Can you help?
Yeah, I can help. Yeah, I also say we are not going to harm you. I sort of reassure. We would like to inquire about what is within your waters.
Okay, sure.
What's
that'll
down your
count-
water hole?
That'll count-
Yes!
That'll cancel the disadvantage.
That'll cancel the disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's do red dice. And that'll be a 13 plus 5, so 18.
18, okay. The water recoils back and sort of cocks its watery, snake-like head at you. Just...
We are looking for a boy, a human boy, one of his kind. I look towards Farron. The boy we think may be down these waters. Is this true?
Moves around. I'll roll a... Yeah, I'm going to say
Can I
roll
see, like,
another...
an-
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
roll another persuasion check. So what were you going to say?
I was gonna do like an insight or something to see what
Yeah, sure.
I can kind of gather from.
Roll your insight and roll the persuasion.
Oh shit, off the table. Can that one?
20 total.
20 total.
Oh, nice.
It can clearly understand you, and is
Cool.
wary suddenly of you guys, but
Of the mention
it
of the
seems
boy.
yeah. Oh no, of you guys because it hasn't been exactly. It normally attacks and stuff. It's what was your roll there?
19.
19. With that, it seems to have calmed down definitely now. The ripples that were moving through its body of the waters have sort of gone to a slow, smooth stream now as it moves about and just.
That's good.
It shakes its head.
Do you see anything in the water?
Perception check if you want to have a look.
I look in the water. Perception. 24. 22.
Nice work.
Nice.
That's a lot.
You see it all.
Everything. All of it. I know.
You do what you see at the bottom of the pool. So Jago's proverb was right. What you see at the bottom of the pool is a glittering gold rapier with a hilt that is designed with an octopus motif. So like the guard, sorry, is like is tendrils, tentacles, curving around. And with a 22, you can actually even see small black gemstones studded into everywhere where the suckers would be. Very fine-looking sword.
You need to get there.
A very fine-looking sword. It looks very expensive, yeah.
My eyes widen and I sort of have a bit of a smile when I see this glorious sword.
You also notice that the snake notices you noticing the sword, and sort of rushes over a bit, and it gets a bit more agitated, defensive of the object. Defensive of what lies at its depths.
I try to like calm it down, not knowing.
Yep.
Is there anything on the far side of this room? Like,
It's an exit.
There is an
Like,
exit?
there's an exit, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, exit. You try to calm it down again.
Yeah.
I won't make you do a persuasion check. You got high enough for pass 2. And you manage to sort of... It shakes his head, and indicating that Noah knows nothing about the boy.
I don't think it knows anything about the boy.
I sort of like point towards the bottom of the pool. I see you have quite a beautiful sword down there.
It ripples and sort of warily, yeah.
Yeah, what of it, bro?
Well, is there anything we could do for you in order to trade for that, perhaps? Or is there... What kind of agreement could we come to? It is so beautiful, I can't help but ask.
It thinks for a moment, as the DM thinks for a moment.
The water ponders. Confusement. Is this what capitalism's come to? Bargaining with water.
So we've been doing that for years.
I have this
Yelling at the ocean to
multicolored
give us its
stone
treasure.
disc that
I think it's time to pull a Caligula. Stab the ocean.
Beat the ocean up, it will give us everything. I think modern day leaders could learn a lot from Caligula in terms of the threat that the ocean poses.
He has good environmental policy.
Did he?
He's like, rising waters, what do? You stab it. Get out, ocean.
Fair enough. I mean, like, that works.
That's how we solve global warming, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stab the water.
Stab the water.
Stab the water.
Kill them before they can kill us.
It seemed, you ask if there's anything to trade for it, and its body ripples and shudders angrily. It doesn't seem to want to give up doesn't seem to want to give it up.
I shuffle through my bag and I get out of my gem bag that very nice, was it like a green or something? The very more expensive looking gemstone that Jack had an eye on before.
Oh, from the
Yeah.
bag of gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I get that out and I sort of put it up in offering. Would this suffice?
It looks at it and just doesn't seem interested in it.
You're trapped here, aren't you?
I can fight this thing. You can swim, right?
You
I can swim.
are part of something bigger.
I can stand here. and
You're
kind
part of the
challenge
sea.
If you want to try it. Do a
Why are
sneaky-
you here all so alone, deep within the ground, when you should be so far away? Are you alone?
Roll an insight check.
Also, if we're looking for things to trade with it, I have a glass eye. Might be able to be like, this is a
Where'd
gem.
you get
Look
that
at it. I
That's
don't.
gonna
I
be
think it was
4.
a trinket.
Oh yeah, I've got one too. I've got multicolored
4.
stone disc.
Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't seem to react to what you're saying.
I have a bucket. I could bring you back to the ocean. And in return, I look at the rapier. Maybe we can both help each other out.
It shakes its head. It doesn't seem interested in returning to the ocean.
I give Jago a nod and as if to signal him to start to do something.
Alright.
And I do a slide of... I want to dive into the water.
As he does that, I'm drawing my sword and I will just yell at the creature, "That you're gonna give me what you got, bitch." I'm gonna draw my sword.
Okay. Sure. So do a. You're going to dive into the water. So stealth check to see whether or not it can detect you.
Yeah.
Do that prior. And are you stealth check drawing your weapons, or are you just going?
No, I'm like challenging.
just challenge to like draw its attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I rage as well while I do that?
Sure. Yeah. Your rage. I'm going to say because that's going to give you advantage. I'm going to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to give you advantage. And what was your stealth check?
15.
I'll just be behind you as well, kind of amping you up.
Yeah. And what was your intimidation?
Oh, intimidation.
So, yeah,
Sorry.
roll
Didn't realize what
intimidation.
I'm rolling. So advantage, you say?
Advantage because of your rage. Yes.
And I'm helping as well.
So already advantage, but yeah.
Well, you can.
I rolled 2 9s.
nice.
So 14.
A 14.
Yeah.
And what was your stealth? Sorry.
15.
15.
Would it be a strength
so I'm willing
intimidation
to,
as
like-
well?
Yeah, if you wanted to use strength, sorry, yeah, because it's
That would
physically
make. Oh,
imposing.
okay, right. That would make it a 15.
15? Cool. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, you Jago draws his weapons and screams. What would you scream? Sorry.
I just said you're gonna give me what you got, bitch. I'm just gonna draw my greatsword and kind of.
He doesn't understand you, but
Yeah.
he clearly understands aggression. So it the water becomes violent again.
Oh, no.
Splashing about as it turns to face you. As you do, Ayato, you use that opportunity to.
Yeah, so I dive in as kind of pointed as I can with my next, like going straight down, diving
Yep.
as deep as I can so I could grab this.
Yep, sure. You
grab
slide
this
to the
weapon.
bottom of the base and just go into the body of the creature.
Yeah.
And we're going to start combat. Everyone, roll initiative.
Initiative on the same guy. Oh, I like it.
Round 2.
I did
This
okay.
time, hopefully, Jackie won't drown.
Water Boogaloo.
I want this thing. It's so pretty.
It's a pretty rapier, and we need
Where's
it.
the Xanathar's book?
They're all up on there on the.
No, it was up.
It was floating around. Someone had it.
Someone must have been using it.
Yeah, someone was.
Xanathars.
Oh, is that it under your stuff, Brick? What's
Yes.
this? Xanathars.
No, I don't have Xanathars.
No.
Mine is around here.
You
somewhere.
guys keep doing.
Yours is
Check
up.
Cool.
Got it.
Brown, what was your initiative?
13.
Oh, I also got 13.
Ah!
Cute, same.
And
It's time to roll
Wait,
off.
really? All three of you? Okay.
what, really?
Yeah, lucky
Okay.
number 13.
7.
7.
17.
Wait, are you adding agility?
Well, half
No.
barbarian.
Oh, I
well,
didn't know.
technically
Yeah,
that's
I know.
technically.
So
I
have to
rolled
get
a 7.
So you're above, and then Brick and I, we go.
Go again.
But it
Round 3.
4.
2.
The other brown jack.
I got 16.
ABJ.
ABJ?
ABJ. All the way with ABJ.
Brown.
That's a weird joke for people.
Oh. Good old ABJ.
What, 16 for...
ABJ was a good pick. I mean, I don't think he was a good president.
Cool. And
okay.
Theron is going to stay
Okay,
back for the moment.
controversial.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm not dealing with this.
I
At the
could
moment.
say
So,
arguments yes and no, but anyway.
yeah.
Sorry.
Not a history.
Jago, you move first. So you see Ayata dive, catching the creature by surprise into its water. It just sort of like ripples and its limbs go out. Its watery limbs go out in fury. You react first.
Can I hit it? Am I close enough?
Yeah, you can get close enough to hit it.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna run up to it and just.
Swing
I
out.
don't know. I don't just try and chop it in half. I don't know how you attack water, but
Well, yeah, you can do so.
How
so
do you
yeah.
kill a lake?
recklessly. I'm going to recklessly pollute the environment. It's a 2 and 1.
Even with okay, so I don't think that's going to hit, buddy, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a 7 here. 2 and a 1. Fuck.
At least it was an advantage on disadvantage.
Huh?
At least it was an advantage on
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you swing, but the water snake dodges out of the way and splashes you a bit with water in turn. After Jago, it's Iata. So you're currently, you can see at the bottom of the pool, it's probably around 20 feet down.
Okay.
Probably about 10 feet actually, because you're able to see it from the surface. So about 10
Okay.
foot down
Yeah,
as you've just
so-
dove in.
I essentially want to dash, swim
Yeah,
down and up.
It's
and
only
I
about 5 feet away from you after you've dove in, especially because of your size,
Yeah.
so you can just grab it,
grab it with my neck, or like with my.
with your
Yeah.
neck, so like your neck bends around and grabs it, or like...
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like it's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And then go up, back up.
And go and swim back up.
Yeah.
Sure, you do so. But
and
you're
I like
moving-
Yeah, and I swim with my.
swim.
with my
Yeah.
hands.
So yeah, you swim. So you've got the basin here, sloping down with the pool of water at the bottom. The slopes are pretty slippery as well, covered in moss, things like that. You dove into it. Are you going to get onto the slopes, or are you going to swim actually up the creature's snake-like body?
Ooh.
Where's the sword?
So the sword was at the bottom of the pool. He's grabbed it now, so he can either keep swimming
got it, sorry.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, he can keep swimming up the water, which is now the snake, the water snake, or he can get out of the snake and climb up the sides of the embankment.
I climb up the so okay, what kind of actions have I been using? So
You just grabbed it. All you've done is grab it. You
grabbed
didn't
it.
even need to
Is that
dash
a
yet, so you have
free action?
free action to grab
Okay,
the
so
sword.
I go up to the up the snake's neck, kind of. Yeah.
Yep. And so
And I grab the what is that? What kind of weapon is it? What kind of sword?
it's a rapier.
Rapier.
Yep.
Can I use a rapier?
No, you can't use metal.
No, you just can't wear metal armor.
Oh, you just
I
can't
think.
wear metal? Okay.
I think it's just
I
you
know
can't
in
wear.
3.5 it was you couldn't use metal weapons, except for scimitars, because apparently they're like dragon claws or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure your metal weapon's fine. It's just metal armor and stuff that's an issue. So metal you can use it. if you
Yeah,
want.
and
I don't think druids have proficiency in rapiers.
No,
yeah, that's
it's
what I
just
was checking.
quarterstaffs.
Yeah.
Staves.
So you can attack. You just won't add your proficiency. You'll just add
Is
your
it a
dex or
rapier or
strength.
martial? That was
Up to you.
simple.
okay, I still do that.
think
Yeah,
it's
you stab at it. Cool.
'Cause-
Attack roll.
Attack.
Yeah, it's like a sword fighter's sword, so it would be.
Yeah, it's like a final
Yeah.
So I don't have my proficiency. I just add my strength.
Yeah.
So 15.
15 is going to hit it.
Yes. And a rapier is a
D8
yes.
plus Dex.
Plus dex or
Yeah.
Plus
strength?
dex or
Plus
strength. You can
dex.
use either.
Strength. So that's 11.
That's 11 damage.
Yes.
No worries. You stab forward with the rapier, and it slices through the water cleanly, cutting through the currents that you were swimming against as you were swimming up. So you guys see Ayata after he dove in a few seconds later, emerging in the middle of this snake, like it's in its neck, just swimming, stabbing with it.
Someone like bursting out like Free Willy.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the top,
Exactly.
yeah. So yeah, you successfully, you stab it, and it sort of writhes in pain from the blade.
All right. If I have any more movement at all, I will try and like jump out.
It's I guess it's difficult terrain, so diving down, getting back up. I'm going to say you're you're still
no worries.
inside the
I'm
creature.
happy with that.
That is brown now.
Okay. I'm going to take a few steps closer, not getting within 5 feet, maybe stay about 10ish.
Yep.
I'm going to draw out my trident.
Yep.
And like, this usually works in water, so it should work against water. I'm going to toss it.
Sound logic there.
Very sound logic. That one.
I'm not gonna roll.
Roll.
Yeah, we're gonna roll down. Everything's
Roll
over
an attack
20.
roll against Ayata.
Hey, Arthur, I love you. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter too much. It's a 9.
That's a 9. So yeah, you throw the
I'm a class of 10.
throw the trident. Yeah, God, I forget you've got such a terrible armor class. You throw the trident, and it just like it splashes into the water, and just sort of moves through, like just missing Ayata by a
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
just before clattering out the other side of the creature and landing on the ground. Is that your turn?
That's
choosing
my
this-
10.
Jack.
Jack is conflicted. Jack is confused. But Jack will protect his friends instead of the water.
I am confused.
He pulls out his rapier and he kind of like a look of grimace, stabs at it.
Yep. Roll.
Cool, so that's also going to be a crit 1.
Oh my
Tie.
god.
As you stab forward, the currents of the snake's water-like body rips the rapier out of your hands. It just sinks down and gets pulled down through the current to the bottom of the pool.
And
You
then
take a rapier, you put a rapier back.
can I say something?
Yep.
I say to the water in Aquan, please can we end this and trade rapiers?
Roll with disadvantage.
It's genius.
Has to work.
Alright, so disadvantage. So that would have gone from a 17 to a 1.
It does not seem persuaded by your words. It is going
Worst
to...
trade deal.
Yeah, it does not seem persuaded by your
the
words.
economy this.
Yeah.
Now you are weaponless as well. It is then the water's turn, and the water...
Bonus action,
Oh,
Bardic
sorry.
Inspiration.
Me? Cool.
Yeah. Does he need to be able to hear you for that? Because he's currently still inside the water.
I hear the rushing waves of anger.
He can speak water.
You can speak water, but I don't think Aquan actually moves through the water. So
Yeah, in that case, I'll just leave it. I'm over here, buddy. Just hanging out. Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. How do you intimidate him?
You kind of like catch a peek of my muscles, and
No, yeah.
and you're kind of like, look, Jack's pretty skinny, but he was also kind of
Little
ripped.
bandage just got.
And yeah, that like that little flex, you're like, shit, I should be flexing too.
All right. Then it is after. Then it's the water's turn, and the water is going to. You've got the rapier that it was looking after, so it's going to try and constrict you. The water is going to wrap around your body inside, and. You've only got a 10 AC. That's going to hit. So you take certain amount of damage. That certain amount of damage is 14. 14 bludgeoning damage as it wraps around you and constricts you tight. Water floods into your lungs. Your water was already in your lungs. You don't suffocate because, yeah, you can breathe.
Okay, it's great.
Nice. It's where the water's meant to be.
Yeah. But yeah, you feel the water just constricting around you and binding you in place.
Yikes.
Jago,
14.
your turn.
Hey, that's me. Alright, I'm gonna attack with advantage again, and I better not get a fucking 1 and a 2.
Your boys are 1 HP.
There is a 2 there.
Yo,
There is a 2 there, but there's also
this water is really good at
16.
getting us to 1 HP.
16 is going to hit.
Hell yeah.
We
I'm
just
gonna
keep
use my
punching it.
Divine Fury,
Yeah.
which I assume does necrotic damage.
Yes.
If I had to choose. Alright. That's the Divine Fury dice. So I do 7 plus 2 normal damage. No, sorry, 7 plus 5 normal damage. So 12 normal damage. And then 1 plus half my level is 1. Half my
Yeah.
level halved is
Yes,
1 or 2?
yeah.
1? Yeah, so 2 necrotic damage.
2 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so a bit of narration on what Jago looks like now. So Jago has raged as he has before. Eyes go white, but now when he rages, sort of like there's this presence. I sort of narrated this before. So this presence, this aura emanates from him. And it is uncomfortably similar to the aura that emanated from the bone cave, as it does. And you start to see this sort of like vapor, like as the frost vapor, that like what emanates from ice, now surrounds his body. So as he hits, his weapon, which is like rusty greatsword, becomes covered with shards of ice that jut out in weird directions that he then uses to smash into the creature.
Cool.
Yeah.
Working. Yeah. I'm in favour of that.
Then it is after Jago. Is that your turn? Sorry.
Yes, I don't really have any bonus action stuff, so yeah.
Yep. Cool. Ayata,
Okay, so I'm essentially grappled.
you're grappled. Yes.
Alright, so I want to try and contest that so that I can be
Break free?
and,
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics, your choice.
I'm gonna go for athletics.
Yep.
16.
16. You manage to rip yourself free of the confines of the water snake. You pull with a mighty push. You push yourself out like a dolphin. Elegantly dive through the air and land on the surface of the slippery ground, up where everyone else is. Yeah.
Cool.
So that was your action. So you've got bonus action though.
Okay, as my bonus action, I would like to... you know what, honestly, I'm probably just gonna try and, like, stick my landing. I don't think I could, like, manage to do anything else at this point.
Right, sure.
I catch my breath, yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You do that. Brown.
I draw a hand axe and I run in beside Jago, and I'm gonna try and
Chop the water.
try and chop the water. You know, it's like a tree. If you just hit it enough, it'll fall over.
Yep.
Come on, boy. Oh, hey, that's an 18. It's a 17 actually.
That's going to hit.
Hey, and that's gonna be 7 damage.
All right.
So I run into the side, I draw my hand axe, and I just slap it into the side of this water. I'm like, take that! Going like for the downward diagonal slice, that way my next one can be an upward diagonal slice to get that nice little chopping angle in so I can push over the tree.
You slice as you do. Your axe, hand axe, splashes into the water. It doesn't go very far, like, and it doesn't seem to really be too annoyed by it. So it would seem much more annoyed by the stab of Ayata's rapier than it was by by yours and Jago's attacks.
Okay.
Maybe slapping water isn't the best of choices.
But yeah, you can still bonus hand.
Yeah.
I can't actually, I don't have another weapon in my hand.
True.
So
Okay,
next turn I can do that.
after that, it is Jack.
I pull out a seashell from my bag
Yeah.
and I put it against my hands
Yeah.
and I blow into it with a soft kind of conch sound protruding from it.
Cool.
As well as a whistle poking out from my tune, and I cast Dissonant Whispers upon it.
Okay. What's that? Wisdom save?
Yep, wisdom save.
It fails.
Cool. It takes 3d6 damage.
First level.
Cool. So that's going to be
Great spell.
That's pretty good.
11 plus 2, 13 damage. Psychic,
All right. Yep.
as well as
And it can.
Hmm?
So and it has to move away, right?
yeah, it has to use its reaction and move as far away as it can.
Cool. Were you gonna finish narrating or?
Yeah, I was gonna say, in Aquan, return to your sleep after putting down the shell.
Yeah, you blow the tune and the creature rides, and before retreating back down into the pool, and remaining there.
Ooh.
Let's get out of here. Am I myself or am I just like?
No, yours. Make a charisma because you're sort of fighting for control. Make a charisma.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Saving throw. Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. 16.
16. You sort of manage, it's, while you're in this form, it's instead of just being completely white and this burning fury that you normally feel, you manage to, it's like you're looking through that frosted glass again, like the ice-covered glass, so you can vaguely see the world around you, and you can feel warmth. You're in control of your body to a degree, so if you want to move in a direction, you can move in a direction.
Cool. I just want to sort of yell out and sort of
Run.
but I want to stand there, but I'm going to yell out to everyone else.
Cool. Everyone, I assume, just runs out at this point.
Move back.
Yep. Theron was already back, just calls you guys all back. You all move away before the creature. He still fails to say. Does he stay down? That's to keep making save turns.
No, it's just one
turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then he rises. But you are out of his reach now, and he sort of thrashes about angrily away from you. But he cannot do anything for you, and you have the rapier.
Aha! Perfect. Nothing was lost at all.
Except my
I feel
rapier.
better.
No, was it?
Yeah.
Well,
I
Trade a rapier for a rapier.
I give the rapier like a nice look. Good job, guys. And then I pass the rapier to Jack. I think it's you lost your rapier. This should be yours.
Are you sure?
You were the one who wanted to talk to the creature, so I think that's right. Do you guys agree? Does anyone have any?
I mean, you're a man of the seas, and that rapier is made to look like it's from the seas. Sounds like it's the perfect owner to me.
It's a fine-looking weapon. Look at that.
What type of feeling do I get from this rapier?
You really like it.
I really like it.
As you hold it,
enjoying
it's
this.
sort of as you hold it, you can tell it's of exquisite make. The ornate shaping of the tendrils, the design is all very like for us it would be Lovecraftian in its there.
Cool.
So it looks it just calls to Jack.
Getting an ominous feeling from it, but at the same time, I really like this thing.
It sounds like you should use it then.
It suits you well.
Not now, but
Okay.
when we get other things attacking us, I will surely come to our aid with it. Thank
Good.
you, friends, for risking your lives to get it from me.
I suppose our next step is upwards and outwards.
We need to find the boy.
Alright, you do. And with that, I think we're going to call it here for episode 10 of TPK.
Yep.
Bit of a long session, but good one. I feel.
Yeah.
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 Alright,
Better call
Good
Thor.
amount of time. Good amount of time.
I am so happy about that story.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so happy. Sounds real cool.
Alright, so thank you everyone
Yeah.
for watching episode 10 of TPK. They are all four of us, so all five of us. Sorry, it has always been five. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the episode and you're enjoying TPK,
Shut up, Ryan!
sorry, who?
Ah, sorry. I don't know. I mean,
We should really get another member, though.
yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
I'm feeling it.
At least another shovel.
Oh, definitely.
Maybe we could just get a sentient shovel.
I'd prefer that, honestly.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
idea.
not a bad idea.
Yeah. You know, a shovel never will die. You know? That's what you need, just a reliable, good shovel.
If you have any comments on today's session or TPK in general, leave them in the comments down below. Anything else you guys want to say before we end up? Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, as always,
Yeah.
the whole usual pitch. Anything else?
Give us feedback. Tell us what you want us to do differently.
Fun,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's always a fun one.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you think Drew sucks, we'll get rid of him. So,
Yeah.
like, just
I'll-
tell us.
They will.
Yeah.
Imagine if Hacker was the DM.
Yeah. Be fine. You guys do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't really know like half the rules. It's fine.
So yeah, thank you for watching this episode of TPK, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Yep.